Okay, welcome back. Just looking through the Compendium, getting familiar with the info that's available. So the pufferfish's name is Spike, of course. Perfect sense. Look at those adorable little eyes. Then those upgrades that I just got, the damage per shot is 2. They just fire faster. Whereas the chicken and bee do the same amount of damage, they just produce fewer. So that'll be a nice upgrade once I get back to Paris. The T-Rex does 12 damage, so the T-Rex is the direct upgrade from the lobster. And then the snapping turtle, it says its damage is medium. Oh yeah, there we go. It's medium. It does 3 per attack, which is half as much as the crab, but it also blocks shots, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. And then I just noticed the coral DNA. Wait a minute. Oh! That's just defense on his head. I should have been buying that the whole time. Well, now I know. He wears them, and then okay, I get it. Enemies, unlocked. I haven't got those last 3. Those are probably special, if I know anything about games like these. We didn't beat Gigantomime last time, so I'll be trying to do that again. But we've got this first page done, and the second page should follow shortly. It looks like there's still one more boss, one more mini-boss, and one more final boss. So there may just be a 5th area.
Octogeddon.
So without any further ado, I'll get started. Oh. Shopping is for shoppers. Thanks. Oh, I got the extra tentacle, I got the extra starting money, so I'm already immediately off to a better start. And I got the extra slot. I'm assuming 6 is the maximum, although I could see where maybe 9 or even 12 could be the maximum. And I'm gonna have to buy that snail shell. It didn't make sense to me why the snail and the coral existed when there was already the turtle, but now I get it. It is a lot better than I originally thought. So again, back in the New York Ocean, just enjoy the calm, relaxing, soothing sounds of Viking death metal. Double wave? What? I mean, it's the very first level, so it's not exactly... Oh! I got fully upgraded retribution, so I'm gonna fly through this. I have 7 hearts. Like, I'm super pumped up now. Like, I feel pretty good about how I performed in the last run, but this one was... This is definitely... I would be very surprised if I didn't manage to beat the mime and possibly the rest of the game. Like, I'm just so massively upgraded now. Although I don't think I'm gonna end up getting 3 blue shells. That was very lucky. Oh wait, what do I have? Tentacle, and yeah, I'll go ahead and throw a penguin. Gotta remember to keep that mouse off the screen. I'm excited to get stuff like the T-Rex. I'm not sure if there is a strict upgrade path if you have to unlock the earlier ones in order to unlock the upgrades, or if those unlock based on the level you're on. But so far it's been pretty balanced. So these first levels, they go by a lot quicker once you... Oh, nice. Once you're not really, I guess, worried about them. Like, I've already got 4 tentacles. I gotta start with a snake, which was really nice, especially since I've got all these circling enemies. And it's going pretty well. I'm really looking forward to doing the Endless Ocean. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Ooh, I wanted to focus on that treasure chest, but then I got a little bit too much on my plate here. Oh, well, at least I destroyed everything. Just in time to finish the level. I gotta remember that one of the things that was helpful last time was buying an extra life early, so I'm just gonna do that right away. Even though there's a chicken available. Not gonna go for the turtle. Actually, you know what? Why not? It's really not enough money for me to worry about losing it, so... Oh, look, now I've got my ice gun and my shield. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Is that health I just heard? There we go. Admittedly, I'm getting a little cocky. Like, all the strength that I had at the beginning or at the end of the last game, is kind of catching up to me now. Let's see. First is Mecha, Big Boss Bass. This guy. I don't have a crab claw, which normally I do. That's something I'm trying not to rely so much on melee unless I'm gonna use it, because I had the lobster claw and it was mostly getting in the way at the end of that last mission. I was using it for bosses, I was using it for buildings, but when I was trying to deal with hordes of enemies or like stay organized, the arrangement was not working out. Plus, I just gotta be more patient. Like, when you learn the boss's patterns, it's easier to kind of follow them around in circls. Keep track of it. This is working pretty well too, having the penguin where it is. At least when he's going the other way. Ooh. Got 6 out of 7. I mean, there's a bit of moving goalposts because now I have 7 possible health instead of 5. So it should feel like I've still gained 1 health, but I've still lost health through this. Another tentacle or lobster. I am gonna go for the bee and the snail. There we go. So now I just have defense, which I had been ignoring the entire, well, all of my runs up to this point. It's a little cute hat. So now I have to destroy the buildings using my weak little shots. Easy. The bee was a good choice. If I had gotten another tentacle, that just would have made things... It wouldn't have given me that extra... I mean, look at this, I'm still using that little tentacle. Oh yeah, roll right. That also seems like it's pretty Rampage-esque, like the kind of endless informing that you need to be going in a certain direction. Alright. I want to farm because farming early on, like, the money doesn't stop mattering just because you get more of it in later levels. So I want to make sure that I'm using this early time that I have wisely and making the most out of the easier stages. I'm assuming that there's going to be some difficulty spikes. Like, I had that double wave, which I don't think I had encountered before. Ooh. It's close. So that I'll just use the tentacle for the melee. Come on. Get. Ooh, almost got hit. It's a little strange to not be relying on a lobster right away. Like, that's usually a pretty hefty purchase, but like, you get 500 gold minimum at each of the later levels, but right now I'm barely gonna end up with 500 gold by the end of this one. Easy. 3 hits. I can still direct the bee to some extent. So having the bee separate, there's just no perfect way to arrange your tentacles. There's always gonna be some better thing that you can do. Whew. Although, admittedly, destroying buildings does take a lot longer, and that's I could certainly see why it might be a good idea to get the lobster as early as possible. Alright. Cruising right along. Good. I can get a chicken. I want that pufferfish. I want to get Spike. I'm gonna go ahead and just replace the tentacle, because if it's gonna be a little slow going at this point, so be it. I'd rather have the better strength. Like against that. There we go. Plus the area of effect. I'm really excited to try out the rooster and the queen bee, because I mean, I was still using at least one chicken at the end of the last run that I did, so it would be nice to think that I could keep using the rooster. Look at that swarm. Get out of here. Go. Working a little bit more on the timing. It seems like squashing them seems to reset their timer. Or pause their timer, at least. Get out of here. There we go. again, this is a melee avoiding run, so, or at least right now it is. So it'll be, once I get my lobster claw, my extra tentacle, the game is long enough that it kind of feels like you just have to relearn the ropes, because there is just so much that differs. Oh, well. Wait, I didn't lose... Oh! Okay, so I lost my snail shell, but I still got the retribution. So that is fantastic. That's a nice extra boost to the snail shell. So basically what I purchased when I got the retribution was an upgrade to the snail shell directly. Don't want a life. Crab claw's cheap enough. Yeah, I really... Penguins... The penguin will be more useful later. But for now, I think I'll feel a little bit better about taking these buildings down faster, taking the butcher down faster. I'm really excited to see, not to kind of count my chickens before they hatch, but I'm very excited to see the additional content that comes from this, because from what I can tell, the success of this project was going to be telling as far as future projects that George was going to do, because he worked on Plants vs. Zombies, he worked with EA, and then, you know, whatever story you are following on the subject, the important thing is that this developer has not stopped making games. So regardless of what you think about EA, or regardless of what you think about that whole debacle, the guy who made Insaniquarium has made another great game. It's super fun. It's easy to pick up, hard to master. It has a lot of replayability. Like, this seems like exactly the kind of game that I would want to mod. Because if you think about games like Binding of Isaac, the real advantage of that format is the type of content that can be created, and the variability of that content. So I would love to see mods for this game show up. Just arms, extensions, different upgrade systems, different levels, reskins of the background and foreground, just very, like, from cosmetic to full-blown game content additions. Statue of Liberty is quite nearly destroyed. And there we go. Sorry for that occasional stutter. World 1 done. And just cruising right through. And now I get to hang out with Spike for a little bit. Collect a few bonus shells. I gotta say though, I think I only ended up getting the 3 blue shells, but it might have been 4, which is... I haven't gotten any of those yet so far, but if that's something that's gonna keep on happening, I would be very happy with it. He looks so sad. He's like... And then of course you try to do the ability, he's like, Is that it? Oh, no. Do you like this music? Oh. That was a little odd. I guess you have more of a downtime, it seems. or more invincibility frames after you could hit. I think once that last section shows up, I just decided to use it a little early. But you can, his hitbox extends to reach all that stuff, so he collects all those extra shells. And I got 100. 100's pretty good. I'm getting to a point where I'll have to buy some of the other upgrades that I don't really care for. Oh boy. Oh no! He's so sad when he dies. I probably got all the shells I'm gonna get, and to be honest, I think in the future I might even end up skipping over that. Oh, do I want to buy an extra life, or do I want a tentacle? And the tentacle's gonna stay 500. I'm gonna get an extra life, because I don't really have anything that I want to buy from that next, or from that rotation. So I think I'm just gonna stock up for the late game, anticipating that I'm gonna die a few times. Because the lives themselves, I guess another way to put it is that if I'm spending 1,000 gold on a life, then I'm counting on earning at least that much on the next life that I spend. So as long as my life is not in vain. Okay, let's get as much of this chest as I can. There we go. Okay, come on. Destroy it. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and then I totally ignored anything else that was going on. But that's okay, I got all that gold. That's gonna leave me pretty well off. I might even end up getting another bonus shortly. I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like not getting the lobster claw right away, and also not having the king cobra has helped me focus a bit more on using the bee. Just because I can guarantee pretty much everything's gonna go down before it gets close. Except for the occasional, oh, wow. That was fast. Blazing right through. Snapping turtle. Okay, I'm gonna get this in place of... But then there's the frog. I don't need the frog yet. I really want the frog, but... Okay, now is the time to add the extra tentacle, because now I'm having to make too many decisions about what I want to add, so that's the best time for me to spend on the tentacle, and then I can still get a chicken, and I can use that to kind of fill in the blanks for a bit. I feel like that was the good strategy. Then I can just fill the field with eggs. I get... Oh, there we go. Full health. I get the feeling that squandered it. I get the feeling the rooster and the life won't show up until... Oh, perfect. Another full health. Another health. The rooster's probably not going to show up until I get to at least World 2. I didn't have the frog show up until... It was a relevant purchase that I could make. So maybe there are certain considerations like how many tentacles you have, how much money you've made, what level you're on. Huge wave of enemies. Oh, I want to see that destroyed. Yeah. That's... Sometimes it's just so satisfying to watch the enemies get destroyed that I, like, lose track of what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, get that treasure chest. Okay, I managed to destroy that. That went really well. I still ended on full health, so getting through this really nicely. Another tentacle. Well, this is good. Okay, porcupine. High damage with shots spread out. I think that the damage is actually... It's only 1 damage per shot, but it covers such a wide radius that it's worth using. That's going to be an interesting thing to incorporate. For now, I'm pretty happy with the chickens. Now this is where having the frog starts to become useful. Although I'll still be able to deal with the sharks. I'll just follow with the crab claw, let the eggs get launched however they are, and then the bee will take care of... The bee will direct its own shots. I don't really have to pay attention to the bee. And truth be told, I'm not really thinking too much about the cobra right or the snake. So that's telling me it's about time for me to move on from that. Although this is working pretty well. There we go. I have enough for the next tentacle. I have enough for a porcupine. I have enough for both a frog and a snapping turtle. Oh, okay. I forgot about this boss. This is the separate day that I'm recording. This is day 2 since this came out. So I'm remembering some of this stuff. Not so bad. Not bad at all. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. The presence of enough of these eggs, their explosions, like, perfect. Pretty much no trouble. I'll just let the, there we go. Oh, I didn't want to break that up, but it's probably better just for coverage. Like, I'm doing more damage by having them broken into 2 pieces. And the chickens are doing fine. Come on, okay. If I can get out of this without... Yeah, okay. I should have traced him with the, It doesn't matter now. 1 health at the end of the Australia Ocean. That's pretty good. So, tentacle porcupine rooster. So instead of going for another tentacle, I don't want to leave myself with this kind of not advanced stuff. Oh no! Oh, I thought I was going to be able to afford both of them. I should have checked my funds before that. So porcupine already does at least equal damage to the crab claw. So, but I could also just get another tentacle and then throw on another snake. Yeah, I want the porcupine, and I know I'm not gonna get a chance at it every time, but I'm so bummed about that rooster. It's gonna take me a little while before I can afford that. Oh no, invisible. Okay. So fun fact, once you've unlocked these types of enemies, they join the rotation for enemies that can show up. So you will not stop, or you'll encounter them earlier on if they're randomly generated. So it's kind of fun. Like, it means that I'm not going to be playing the exact same encounter every time. But it also doesn't, spoil the content before I've experienced it for the first time. I think it's a pretty reasonable improvement in... Oh, jeez. It's a pretty reasonable improvement to the difficulty of the game. So I'm very happy about that change, because that tells me that my next playthrough, once I've beaten this, will also be it'll be more interesting than, okay, I'm playing through the first level again. Like, there could be some kind of hard mode to unlock, or anything really to just expand the content. Oh, what? Why do I keep running over? Am I hitting like a mine, or is there like a... Maybe I'm just not paying enough attention, but it seems like I'm missing out on like a signal on the map that I should be following. Go crush that. Really just right back, right to the next one. I am gonna give this a moment just to see what kind of stuff I can give them. I'm not getting anything. I really just can't tell if I'm being intentionally demotivated from doing this, or if it's just bad luck. But it doesn't seem like I get anything at the end. Invisible enemies means... I've got another tentacle, so... I'll put it right next to the crab claw. Or right next to the cobra. I'm actually kind of glad that there's not anything like a frog, because I would probably end up replacing the crab claw with the frog at this point. But instead, now I just get that slight boost to my control. I used crowd control before to describe the kind of the overall mechanic, because you're trying not only to limit crowd control, and no, whatever, one health. Oh no, and then another one. What happened? Maybe it was just invisible. But I've used crowd control, and I think that it's still very applicable. But the difference between crowd control in more action-oriented games and crowd control in this is that this game constrains your threat, your field of influence. That must have been a rocket that landed on me. Man, I have nearly lost a life. So it is still crowd control. In a sense, it is just managing a lot of tiny enemies, and then a couple more clever skill-based encounters. But it's just a new... Is it? Okay. I'm gonna avoid you. I'm not gonna get hit again. I need to recover some health, even. I'm kind of interested in how the oh no, oh man, I am just this is where my skills are kind of like I can't just go on autopilot for these. Like I'm making too many mistakes, and there's too many enemies I gotta manage, and with stealth being in the second world now, I'm gonna keep taking damage. I'm gonna keep dying if I'm not thinking about it. There's shots, there's stealth, there's the rocket enemies, which I'm pretty sure this is one of the unique rocket enemies from third stage. Oh boy. Not enough for another tentacle. I think this is what I'm gonna have to work with for now. So, starfish. Ah, starfish is good, but it's gonna be 500. And queen bee is just such a good upgrade. I gotta get queen bee. I've got king cobra. I should get queen bee. The T-Rex. That's the first time I'm seeing that. So. I have a couple extra lives too, so I think The only way I could go wrong... Oh, okay. Queen Bee shoots 2 at the same time. She shoots at the same rate, she just double fires. I'll have a chance now to... I'm probably gonna keep the angler forever. Oh. I have a chance to start saving up money, and even if I do die on some of these levels, I think I made it through Paris on 1 life. So as long as I'm making enough money that I can kind of roll that into a larger game, although... Long jump right off the bat. As long as I'm not allowing that to get me discouraged, I should be fine. Sitting away. Oh, I just realized Queen Bee wasn't hitting. The eggs... Oh, it stinks. That was quite a bit of damage, though. Having that retribution is... Oh, please. I don't want to die here. Having retribution means... Oh, no! Having retribution means that I'll be able to deal at least a little bit of damage to the bosses. Cobra, Queen Bee, Crab, Chicken. I'm not using the crab. I'm gonna get another chicken. I just like having the eggs all over. Maybe I could be saving the money, but at the end of the day... I just got 100 gold. I just got another 100, like... It's not worth the dread of wasting money. So King Cobra still seems good for taking out the building, since I'm not melee focusing. I'll get back to the boss real quick. Oh. There's the boss. I think that just by virtue of having all of these eggs around here at once... Where are you? Oh, there you are. Having all the eggs out here at once will help just keep a much larger stream of damage going at the same time. Like, you just jumped through 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs. I can count pretty high. So just keep eggs around. If he jumps to the other side, then I react to that. Like, you just grabbed 3 of them right there. Like, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. Like, certainly not a speed run, although I imagine a speed run of this would be with like everything purchased, everything maxed out, and you just kind of... We'll see. I'll probably do a speed run of this game. It's very speed runnable, and there's stuff like the endless mode that I haven't unlocked yet. Will be really nice for like going for high scores, trying to get to... I've seen scores that are unbelievable, and I'm assuming it's because they're... I'm assuming it's because they're just hacked. You know, that's people crack the Steam API, they make these faulty submissions to the database that are accepted, and then they're never really dealt with because apparently you can't solve that problem. But, man... Oh, good, I didn't... Oh, I have that... Did I have a shell? Did I buy a coral or a snail at some point? Because I didn't lose health. But yeah, I'm thinking a speed run of this would be a lot of fun. Or not even just a speed run, just doing continual runs of this, going for gimmicks. Like I've got all chickens right now, so I could certainly work towards an all chicken run or all bee run. Just try out fun things to see what the strengths and weaknesses are. Like I think that's where the humor of this game and the mechanics kind of coalesce and shine. Anyway, Sydney 3 is done. Almost 200 shells. No blue shells yet. And I'm doing the pufferfish minigame again. Wait. Is this because I died? Why am I doing the pufferfish minigame again? Maybe it's just randomly generated when you're not unlocking something. That's a bit odd. Oh, this song is great. Somebody on the creator's AMA asked if this was meant to be Never Gonna Give You Up. And I can kinda hear, like, in the structure how that might be taken. I gotta find the point where it turns into that. Never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say... You hear it, probably. Maybe I'll mash those up, because that seems like a good... It's just a fun, simple song. Like, all music has already been created, so there's no reason trying to make anything original anymore. Just make what's fun and enjoy it. Okay, very glad to have stealth. That just seems non-negotiable. Like that. I can see some creativity on when you would buy the angler, but if you don't get it, then you're just kind of like, look at these huge guys. You're just, how are you going to beat those if they're right next to you? I guess you line up your crab claw. Oh, well, I guess I'm about to find out. You line up the crab claw just right, and then right as they appear, you hit them, but that's finicky, because it may just not be timed to what you want. Oh, treasure. Give me that treasure. There we go. That's nice. I can afford a rooster now. Oh, jeez. See, like I said, how are you going to beat those guys if they get that close? I'm destroying all the nuclear waves before I see them. That's... Man, what am I... I gotta refocus. De-stealth. Destroy them. Just de-stealth them, take them out one by one. Don't get bogged down trying to either de-stealth all of them or destroy any specific one. Clearly, willing myself to succeed is just not enough to make that work, but that's okay. Got through Tokyo Ocean 1. Still haven't lost a life. I've got 4 lives. Not gonna buy any more at this point. They're too prohibitively expensive. And... frog. Gotta get a frog. One of my chickens has gotta go. And now I think it's time for me to either... I can buy a rooster if it shows up, but now I gotta get my next tentacle. And I have to... Oh, that's so good. Look at that. That was my problem in the last level. Now I gotta get another tentacle or upgrade to rooster. So if a rooster shows up in the meantime, I'm definitely gonna prioritize it, but I'll just see how things roll. Yes! I love getting those things. I'm wondering if there's gonna be, like, an end game use for those. Honestly, If there was like a virtual tank or something, the more I play this, the more I want to go back and play Insaniquarium, just because that was, I mean, I'm talking hundreds of hours sunk into that game. And I think it's a fun, chaotic experience. It's got a bit of that tactical element to it, but for the most part, you can just kind of keep throwing yourself at it until it works out. Oh, get him. There we go. Perfect. No health lost, didn't recover anything, which is fine. Having the frog, just immediate difference, destroying all those nuclear ones. Oh, well, I guess the queen bee is making a pretty big difference, too. Like, whoa, that was 2 of them. 3 of them! Wow, okay, thank you. Oh, that was so nice. Got all of my health back. And, a decent amount of money. Okay, what do I got? Snapping turtle? No. It's kind of too far gone. Lobster? No. That's good, though. That just means I can keep saving my money. This is where I got about 1,400. So now is the chance to just... Ooh, there's fast enemies and the invisible subs now, so it'll be a bit wonky. If I can get... I probably will wait before I get a tentacle. If an upgrade shows up, definitely gonna get that first. I may even not upgrade for another round now that I've got the frog. Just to give myself a chance to get those upgrades, because there's also the chance that the T-Rex will show up, and that seems like it'll be really nice, because it's extreme damage. It's twice as much as the crab claw. So, and 4 times as much. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's right, I gotta dodge shots. That's fine though. Should get a coral at some point. Seems to be firing a lot more shots than usual, but maybe that's because he's getting hit. Yeah, he's getting hit so much faster than usual. Is he gonna... No, that's not until ARE Octogeddon that I start encountering the stealth spawned enemies, which is a nice touch. This guy will go down pretty fast. I don't know why I had so much trouble with the shots before. They're pretty well projected. And there we go. 4,200. And that's 4,700, so that's nice. Gives me... Come on. T-Rex and pufferfish. Pufferfish for sure. But King Cobra... Cobra's enough. For now. I'm gonna stay with Cobra. Oh, man. That's actually really tough. I'm not sure I'm ready to get... Yeah, screw it. The chicken's a cheap purchase, and if I get a rooster later, then... It's tough, though, because I've spent a lot now on these. Show me your stuff, T-Rex. I love flying sharks. I just realized that they have canvas wings. It's very steampunk. Oh. I forgot you can't... Oh. You can't grab those with the frog. Gimme. There we go. In general, black means stronger. Black plane's stronger. Okay, show me what you got. Oh. too. It's very fast, too. At least it feels a lot faster. Go down. Get him. Haven't even been really paying attention to the flying enemies. I mean, this may be the third mission, but it's sort of its own world. And the first level of the rolling stages is generally quite a bit easier. Chomp. I'm still feeling pretty good about this. Like, I'm glad that I sacrificed that chicken. I was liking the area of effect, but I didn't have a melee this for a while, so I think it was a good idea to get the T-Rex. And now I get a chance to take advantage of that stuff. Oh no! Must have gotten hit by a stealth enemy. Still, no lives lost. Making really good progress through these levels. Oh. Chomp. Oh, jeez. Oh! Dang. It's so hypnotic. You just sit there and watch it roll, and then suddenly you're watching the changes in the buildings, and then, oh, whoops, you're dead. Nice. Oh, that chain reaction was really good. I wonder what any of that text says. I'm sure that it's actual Japanese, because I feel like if you're gonna put that much Japanese text into a game, you would make sure that it wasn't gibberish. So, I just wonder, like, what all that stuff is, if it's just a variation on the English restaurants and languages. I lost a bit of health there. But I guess I feel good that now I'm thinking about the amount of health that I'm spending. Electric eel. Stun all enemies. T-Rex, frog, snake. Might as well. I wonder if the stun means that I don't take contact damage. Because if that's the case, then the stun is a really good way to get out of a jam. But also, I guess the idea is that was close. You use the pufferfish and the stun at about the same time, in the same place, and then you destroy all the enemies that are close to you, and then stun the rest of them. So you like that's an appreciable stun too. That is as long as I get stunned when I get hit. So it's like a 1-for-1 balance there. I gotta figure out what I keep rolling over. Nice. Okay, that like that was, I rolled into something? Maybe I'm just, in the moment, I'm just not seeing the enemy. Oh, treasure chest. Yeah, there we go. I'll wait for this guy to get a little bit closer. Actually, Probably shouldn't have gotten distracted by that, but that's okay, because I've gotten 2 health back so far. I've recovered 2 health. And I even got that little bit of treasure, which was nice. Oh, come on. There we go. I love that the frog croaks occasionally to remind me that it's there. Like, all of the sound effects that these monsters, or that these arm upgrades have, kind of serve to make sure you know not to forget about them. And then I don't. And it's really helpful. Oh, a little closer. I got a little impatient. But this is also not the boss level, so I don't have to worry so much about it. Oh, I gotta remember that you can grab an enemy and use it to destroy the building too. Although with the T-Rex, honestly, it's not super necessary. I hope that there's some kind of weird twist at the end, because Octogeddon so far has shown itself to be very into modern media, so if it's like he was just playing a video game and then it's this weird, he's like playing Octogeddon and then paid DLC gets released or loot boxes get released and then he gets angry and so he decides to go after the developer. Maybe that would be a little bit too topical, since that was an EA thing, and the creator recently left EA. That seems like a bit of an immature thing to do. Tokyo Palace, 4 lives still. The more lives for the last area, the better. Although, ultimately, it really won't matter if I make enough money in the interim period. Shells. There's probably going to be a lot more at the shell shop that whatever. I've got 4 lives. Not to be cavalier about it, but I should be thinking about it more in terms of that resource. But the shell shop will probably have, I mean, it might end up having another page. I may need to unlock game modes or future enemy types that way. That's alright. I should have activated my friend abilities, but that's okay. I keep telling myself that's okay, but I'm getting a little less confident the closer I get to fighting this boss. Okay, that is a ton of damage that I'm dealing with the T-Rex. I just demolished his health. I can roll against him until he stomps. Oh! Until he stomps, I don't have to worry about that. Am I getting a call right now? That would be a really unfortunate noise to keep playing repeatedly in the background. Hold on a second. There we go. I will have to get back to that call in a moment. Ooh, roll away! Okay, so far, so good. I'm still doing a ton of damage to him. Practically done. Getting getting money, fighting these guys. Oh, whew. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Save me! Oh, I guess I could have gotten out the right side. Ah, I was right about to beat him. Well, this has gone on for nearly an hour, so I think I'm gonna stop here and I'll rejoin at the exciting conclusion. We'll beat Stompatron X, destroy Paris, and then hopefully push through to the end of the game. Thanks for watching.